What is going on, guys? Haribo41296 here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the MoYu Tanglong. Now this is the most recent 3x3 by the cubing company MoYu. For this video I'm using the MoYu Tanglong, and this was bought from speedcubeshop.com, and when I actually ordered this puzzle it came with a free lubrication service by Cameron, so the cube does turn a little bit better than it would out of the box. But I haven't done any other adjustments to it other than that, and this is basically how I received it. First thing I'd like to go through is the sticker quality on this cube. Now this is a very nice looking puzzle. The stickers are all very even, they have very nice shades to them, and overall I just think it's a very attractive looking cube. Now because I've had the lubrication service on it, the Speed Cube Shop logo is on the white side and it's slightly different in shape to the other pieces, but it's not really that noticeable. Obviously we have white, which is normal. We have quite a bright yellow. The orange is very bright. The blue is kind of standard, but it's a lot lighter than typical Diane shades. The red is about normal, and the green is quite a vibrant green. Now one thing to notice is that the stickers are actually cut to the shape of the piece. As you can see on this green side, the centers kind of have cut off corners because that's the way that the piece is molded. As you can see this on the edges as well, but not on the corners, but that's because the corners are sharp corners. They haven't been sanded down like you'd expect on a normal speed cube. But as I said, overall this cube is very nice looking, and you know, it's an attractive cube to solve on. Onto the turning quality of this cube. The cube has a very nice feeling to it. It's very smooth but quick as well. But it also has quite a blocky kind of feel to it due to the shape of the pieces. It has a very fluid motion, and it has some flexibility and give, which makes it suitable for both accurate turners and then inaccurate turners as well. Overall, the corner cutting on this cube is absolutely phenomenal. It can do more than 45 degrees, absolutely no problem, on every single face. If you do try and do more than a whole piece, it will lock up, but as you can see, it can do 45 degrees, absolutely no problem whatsoever. Reverse cuts are of a similar standard. You can do at least half a cubie, in most cases even more, from any direction on any layer. It is a very nice cube, and it has a lot of give and a lot of flexibility, probably due to the pieces, but you know, if you do have a rough turning style, the cube will have your back, and you know, you'll be able to speed cube and do some messy algorithms, and you'll still be able to maintain speed on it. Here are the pieces of the puzzle. On the right hand side here we have the MoYu Tanglong pieces. On the left here we have the MoYu Aolong pieces. As you can see, they are quite different. I'm not entirely sure what the kind of resemblance this has to other cubes, but it kind of reminds me of a Schengen puzzle. It's a very blocky piece opposed to this one, which is quite fluid. It has a few layers to the stalk of it. As you can see, we have an indent here, which makes it quite easy to lock into other pieces. But overall, it's a very square looking piece, and I guess that's why it's quite blocky. This is very similar with the corners as well. As you can see, it is a very square corner, very blocky piece, as opposed to the MoYu Aolong, you know, which is very fluid. Everything's locked into one another. Again, I guess that just adds to the blocky feeling of it, but you wouldn't expect really for it to look like this because of how fluid it turns and how smooth the puzzle is. But yeah, as you can see, the corners are very sharp. They're not sanded down like on other cubes, and that's why the corners kind of have these very square stickers, as opposed to the edges, you know, which have these kind of cut off corners. Just thought also it'd be interesting to show you the core and the centerpiece, and again, it's a very blocky centerpiece. It is pretty much a square. It's quite resembling of the Rubik's brand, but even though the pieces are very blocky, they do lock together very nicely, which means the cube isn't going to have many pops, and you know, it's still a very stable and secure cube, while it does have a lot of flexibility. All in all, I think the MoYu Tanglong is a brilliant 3x3. It is my main speed cube just because it has a very smooth feeling, it has a very good speed to it, but it also has quite a prominent blocky feel. And you know, with some puzzles like the Schengen F2, the Diane Tyan, you know, the pieces are very blocky, and that does kind of compromise speed, but on this puzzle it's blocky, it's fast and it's smooth, and you know, it balances out very nicely. It's a very attractive looking puzzle, it has great turning, and I would recommend this for any type of cuber, for beginners, you know, for intermediate, and then for the world class speed cubers as well. Anyway guys, that is it from me today. This has been a review of the MoYu Tanglong. I would definitely recommend this puzzle to anybody. It's not very expensive. You can buy it on Speedcube Shop for only $15, and you know, I'm not entirely sure if the lubrication service is still on, but still, with or without, it is an amazing puzzle. I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button below, leave any comments for suggestions, things you think I've missed out, or you know, your experiences with the MoYu Tanglong. Also subscribe to be notified of when my new videos come out. That is it from me though guys, I will see you in the next video. See you later.